Europe is normally recognized for its expensive lifestyle and high rate tags, but that doesn't suggest you have to lay out a fortune to enjoy all the continent has to provide. In fact, there are lots of inexpensive European towns in which you could have an incredible time without breaking the bank, and a number of them rank as the best places to stay in Europe. What if you may live in Europe, in one of the satisfactory towns within the world, and now have cash left over on the stop of the month? Here are some of the cheapest locations in Europe which might be best for the more budget-minded digital nomads. Number 13, Split, Croatia. Split, Croatia is an extremely famous vacationer destination for precise cause. It's picturesque, ancient, and comparatively low-priced in comparison to other European cities. The town is cut up, pun supposed, into components, the Old Town and the greater current suburbs. The Old Town is domestic to the long-lasting Diocletian's Palace, a UNESCO World Heritage website that became once the residence of a Roman emperor. Today, the palace is a labyrinth of cobbled streets and alleyways lined with cafes, shops, and eating places. And whilst the prices in Split are not as cheap as they once had been, it is nevertheless viable to locate affordable lodging and food in case you are on a finances. So whether you're looking for lifestyle, history, or genuinely a stunning area to loosen up, Split need to sincerely be for your radar. Number 12, Budapest, Hungary. Budapest is frequently hailed as one of the most cheap towns to visit in Europe, and it's clean to see why. From its stunning architecture to its wealthy lifestyle, there's lots to peer and do without breaking the bank. Accommodation is reasonably priced, and there are lots of finances-friendly eating places serving up scrumptious Hungarian cuisine. Transportation is likewise very inexpensive, making it easy to get around the town. Best of all, Budapest is home to global-class museums and galleries, many of which provide unfastened or discounted admission. Number 11, Belgrade, Serbia. If you're seeking out a low-priced metropolis to transport to in Europe, Belgrade is a superb choice. The price of living is rather low, and there are lots of activities to preserve you busy. This colorful city gives an extensive variety of activities to fit all pastimes. For history buffs, there are numerous museums and galleries to discover, as well as some of architectural landmarks. If you're greater inquisitive about the outdoors, why now not take a walk via one of the town's many parks, or go for a motorbike ride alongside the river? The city is also nicely related, with common flights to other European locations. As in broad bonus, Belgrade is home to some of the first-rate nightlife within the international. Number 10, Kotor, Montenegro. Kotor, Montenegro is a hidden gem of a town that gives an brilliant grade of existence at a low price charge. Nestled in a dramatic bay surrounded through towering mountains, Kotor has a fairy tale fine this is not possible to withstand. The city is rich in records and lifestyle, and the humans are heat and inviting. Best of all, Kotor is exceedingly price range friendly, with many flats and eating places supplying prices that are unbeatable through most European standards. Number 9, Istanbul, Türkiye. Istanbul is an awesome metropolis that straddles two continents, Europe and Asia. It's the largest city in Türkiye and is filled with ancient landmarks, awesome food, and friendly locals. Istanbul is likewise a very finances-friendly town. As compared to other principal European cities, it's far tremendously low cost to stay in. The value of dwelling is low and there are many ways to keep cash, consisting of the use of public transportation in place of taking taxis. Istanbul is also a first-rate town for food lovers. Infinite restaurants and cafes are serving scrumptious Turkish delicacies. And in case you're searching out nightlife, Istanbul has lots to provide, from hip bars to conventional Turkish pubs. Whether you're seeking out history, lifestyle, or just a first-rate location to stay, Istanbul is actually really worth considering. Number 8, Tbilisi, Georgia. Tbilisi is the capital metropolis of Georgia and it's quick becoming a famous journey vacation spot. But it's now not just tourists who are flocking to Tbilisi, it's also a great place to live. The cost of living could be very affordable, and there are lots of factors to do within the metropolis. Tbilisi is also a wonderful base for exploring the relaxation of Georgia. From the beautiful mountains to the Black Sea shoreline, there's so much to look and do in this stunning. Whether you're looking for a low-priced area to stay or just need to revel in something new, Tbilisi must truly be in your radar. Number 7, Ljubljana, Slovenia. Ljubljana is the capital metropolis of Slovenia and it clearly has something for all of us. It's an awesome location to stay in case you enjoy being exterior, as there are plenty of parks and green areas. The city middle is also very pedestrian pleasant. And, in case you're a foodie, you'll be in heaven in Ljubljana. There are endless restaurants and cafes serving up scrumptious Slovenian cuisine. Best of all, Ljubljana is very less expensive, making it an incredible choice for finances-minded vacationers. Number 6, Bucharest, Romania. Bucharest is regularly omitted as a vacation spot for budget-minded vacationers. But the Romanian capital is truly a first-rate location to stay on a good finances. Bucharest has a wealthy records in culture, and it's packed with charming streets and exquisite parks. And thanks to a developing financial system, the cost of residing in Bucharest has decreased extensively in recent years. You can discover a one-bedroom rental in the metropolis center for beneath $600 in line with month. And in case you want to shop even more money, bear in mind living in certainly one of Bucharest's many outer districts. Flats in these areas start at around $400 in line with month. Number 5. Prague, Czechia. If you're searching out an lower-priced European town with a wealthy records and tradition, look no further than Prague. The Czech capital is full of stunning structure, fantastic food, and friendly locals. The value of living in Prague could be very affordable when as compared to other relevant European towns. For example, you may easily discover a one-bedroom rental in the town center for under $700 consistent with month. And in case you're looking for a good buy meal, head to one among Prague's many beer gardens. You may get a scrumptious traditional Czechia meal for much less than $10. Number 4. Lisbon, Portugal. Lisbon can be Portugal's capital town, however it's also one of the maximum cheap capitals in Europe to stay in. While the cost of residing in Lisbon is better than in other parts of Portugal, it is still pretty low while compared to different European capitals. Rent expenses are mainly affordable outdoor of the main vacationer regions, and basic necessities including meals and transportation are surprisingly inexpensive. When it involves local food, there are lots of inexpensive options available starting from road food to take-a-seat-down restaurants. Lisbon also has an extensive variety of less expensive amusement sports, from on foot through its scenic parks to exploring its many museums and galleries. Just understand that Lisbon is unfold out throughout 7 hills, so make sure to put on cozy shoes whilst exploring this lovely metropolis. Number 3. Riga, Latvia. One more Baltic country with middle-aged towns that sneak up suddenly without busting your financial plan. What's more, its capital city of Riga is perhaps of the most reasonable objective in Europe. You can find rooms in lodgings and inns beginning at just $15 each evening, making it simple to adhere to your financial plan. Since Latvia involves the euro as its cash, not normal for Estonia and Lithuania, you don't need to stress over trading cash when you show up. With regards to food, there are a lot of reasonable choices accessible going from road food to semi-formal cafes. What's more, numerous attractions, including investigating Riga's old town, are allowed to appreciate. Number 2. Tallinn, Estonia.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
On the off chance that you're searching for a staggeringly reasonable European city with a fantasy vibe, look no farther than Tallinn. This middle-aged city is straight out of a storybook, and it's one of the most spending plan well-disposed objections in Europe. Lease is moderately low, and you can make do with a humble financial plan. Transportation costs are likewise truly sensible, and there are a lot of free or minimal expense activities in the city. Since Tallinn is a little city, most attractions are inside strolling distance from one another. What's more, a large number of the best things to see and do, like investigating Tumpia Slope or meandering through Old Town, are totally free. Obviously, your precise cost for many everyday items will rely upon your way of life and ways of managing money, yet generally speaking, Tallinn is an entirely reasonable spot to live. Number 1. Krakow, Poland. Poland is perhaps of the most reasonable country in Europe, and its archaic city of Krakow is no special case. This city has all that you could need in an European objective: staggering design, a rich history, and a dynamic nightlife scene. Despite the fact that it's become more well-known lately, Krakow is still moderately reasonable contrasted with other European urban areas. You can track down a lot of reasonable, yet still extremely decent, lofts and feasts. Will just hinder you around $10 each day. Besides, there are a lot of free exercises to appreciate, including strolling voyages through the old town and visiting Wawel Palace. There's no need to spend a fortune to enjoy all that Europe has to offer. There are plenty of affordable cities where you can have a great time on a budget. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content.